Welcome today, guys, to our sweet home life. Old Mojo's going to do another little project here. The old brick wall and the drive was all dirty. It's been 2 or 3 years since I've pressure washed everything, and I thought it might be a good day to do that. So it's been 2 or 3 years since I used this thing, and as you can see, everything's real dirty and dingy and moldy. Everything looks really bad. Got a lot of cleanup to do down here, and I may not do it all in this one project because it's such a big project to do. But anyway, I did put the old pressure washer up dry. As you can see, I turned my fuel line off and turned it off, and I drained my tank and I put some the stabilizer in it. So it should start up fairly well. But I want to take a look at this pressure, the pump itself, guys. Hold on. So anyway, guys, I neglected to drain this detergent out of this tank here. I forgot to run it out of the pump. So I'm going to try to drain this pump out and lubricate it before I start. I think that's what this plug's for. Not real sure. I didn't get a manual with this thing when I bought it. They had everything out of the package, and I didn't get the manual. So be sure you get a manual when you leave the big box store. So anyway, you can watch my videos, guys. I have a few of them up. All right, I'm going to take the tube off. Gotta clean it. It's oxidized. You can see, tell by looking at the green down in there that it was real oxidization setup. That's the reason you have to drain everything out. You don't want that to plug up your pump. So we'll take this one out. So I'm going to take this plug out here, clean it. It takes a number 10 socket. Okay. See how oxidized that thing is. And then take the plug out of the side of the pump itself. Why this thing's plastic, I don't know. But be careful. You don't want to twist it off. Yeah, that's the housing itself. I mean, this is where you change your lube at, guys. It's not, that's the internal pump. And it looks to be fine with plenty of lube. But after you get past that drive there is when the pump itself, and you get into the pump. It mounts up on the bottom of the housing there. But that's where we have our oxidization as well as lubrication problems. You want to make sure you lubricate that thing every once in a while, which I must admit I've neglected that part of the process. Usually when you work all day with these things, you're tired, you're ready to shut it off, get cleaned up, and get some rest. But I guess that's where I was, guys. Don't do what I do, do what I say do. I know you've heard that before. But yeah, that thing is oxidized really bad. Yeah, it's gonna have to be, take a brush and some a little wire and clean it all the orifices out in that thing. All right, guys, put a little gas in it. Very little in here, but it'll be enough to get started. By the way, how you like my funnel? Works really well on these old gas cans. You can't get it in the neck of the fuel tank. Anyway, we got a little bit of gas in there. It doesn't need much just to see if it's going to run and do what it needs to do. Also, guys, I want to tell you this too before I start it up. I'm putting bleach in there. It's just actually, this is a swimming pool chlorinating liquid, and I'm gonna put it in this soaker. I forget what they call this, a foam blaster. If you don't have one of these things, these are really good, guys. This costed me $19. I bought it in 2020 at Wally World, and it just hooks to the end of your wand there, right straight into your port. I'll show you how it goes in a minute. Anyway, you're gonna put your whatever it is you're spraying on your surface, your cleaner, whatever it is, put it in this little bottle here. And guys, be very careful with this stuff, because by the way, yes, I do need to have my glasses on. They call that, it's a caustic liquid, which means it will definitely burn your skin, irritate your eyes. All right, we got about half a jug of stuff. We're gonna put it on there, hook it in place there, snaps on, twists on, and it's got a little plus and minus on the top of it, more soap and less soap. And it's got this thing here directs the flow. What I want to do is start it up, guys, and then I will attach it to my nozzle over there. Let's see how it's going to run. First time in about 3 years I've done this. Turn it on. Turn the fuel on. First time I've had it out now. Don't know what it's going to do, but I'm pretty sure it's going to start right up. Choke. Alright guys, I just wanted y'all to see that, how it was working. That foam blaster, I think they call that, it will shoot about 40 feet. It'll reach up there to the top of the house, which is way on up there, guys. Like it's nothing to it. And this was actually, I wouldn't call this a pressure washing. It's right now, it's just soaping everything down, letting it sit. Yeah, you see that stain, how it's kind of coming off? Just let it sit and let it do its thing, and then you can go back and actually pressure wash. But that's what that's all about. It's soaping it down real good and then going back and rinsing with the pressure. Safety glasses, guys. So guys, I wanted you to see that. Did you see how I twisted that nozzle on that thing and got a wide spray and turned it back and got a direct spray? That's what that thing does. It's pretty good. I put it wide, and all I'm doing is laying down some Clorox water. That's all I'm doing. And this will set in, and then I'll probably go back. If it looks good enough, I won't go back. Sometimes it cleans without you even touching it again. Basically, you just need to rinse it off most of the time, but this was pretty soiled, and so I may go back and actually pressure wash it. But I'll bring you along with this. Stay tuned. We're not done with this thing yet. We've been working on it for about an hour, but we go back periodically and wet it and keep it kind of damp. And let me take you over here and look and show you. I know some of you guys are professional type people, and you say, well, Mojo, why are you showing me this? I do this every day. But the vast majority of you don't do it every day. Maybe you've never done any pressure washing before. But you see that wall, how much better it's looking just to put the bleach on it. And at the very least, it makes this easy to pressure wash off of there, guys. This thing has been, it's been rather a long time, since I showed it any attention. See how bad that looks. But it's loosening that, not mold and mildew, it's actually moss. It's loosening the moss up, guys. And this right here, these seals, look at that, how it's breaking that stuff up. See that? But that's the purpose of just wetting it and letting it set and soak in. See how that is? I don't know anybody's seal that doesn't get mold on them. But anyway, guys, you see how this is looking? Not as dark as what it started out, but you can tell it's loosening that mold up on that surface. Anyway, we'll continue on, guys. All right, guys, after 5 hours of pressure washing, this is what we have. The house looks almost as good as what it did when I moved in it. And I probably could do a little more on these seals around the garage door. The garage door itself looks fairly well. It's made out of aluminum, and it's sometimes it's hard to do anything with that paint on it. It's like that aluminum siding. It gets oxidized, and I don't know what you can do with it, but I haven't found the answer just yet other than painting it. And I don't want to paint it, but the wall turned out fairly well, and I'll probably have to go back over it again. It's still got a little bit of mold on it, and I'll mix up that wash again. But it's looking pretty good. It looks a lot better than it did when I started. And look at that concrete, though. Like I said, this is 5 hours worth. It looks almost as good as what it did the day I moved in the house. This wall over here has got a little bit of oxidization, probably the lime coming through. I don't know what I'll do with that. I'm sure there may be a solution to that. But yep, this is what it looks like, and needless to say, guys, I didn't get any further than this line. 5 hours worth of work right there. And I got to go up here, and I'll go up probably to this line in the concrete. And I'll have to do my walkway. I'm not going all the way up through the drive. That little 2300 PSI, it does a good job, but it's not something that you can get a wide path with on on your wand. So you need something that's more professional if you're going to do a big job. I got to do all this stuff over here and clean this mess up. But that's what it's looking like so far, guys. I think it looks pretty good. And we had a thunderstorm yesterday, and I had to stop. But all this is just the debris and mold that came off of the driveway. Thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate each and every one of you for watching our videos. Hope you learned something today. It's our sweet home life, and I know I learn a lot as I do things. And if you've got one of these pressure washers and you're having problems with it, comment on it and let us know what the problem is. I don't know a lot about these things because I've never had to work on mine. It's always been a good one if you put it up right. And if you really want to get on top of things, get you this Hydra Hyper Tough Foam Blaster. I don't know how much it is now, but like I say, this one's right at $20. And that's not including tax. But anyway, I got it at Wally World. But it will adjust, that nozzle adjusts the spray on it, it'll go straight and it'll adjust out. And I think this one used about, I don't know, that whole time I was using it, I used about a quart of straight bleach I had in there. But you can mix it up ever how you want it to come out, guys. But you need to get you one of these. Anyway, thanks for watching.